Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working our way through getting all of our upgrades done in our capital duchy, and we're actually making really solid progress on it now. We're up to 65 gold per month. What is this faction? Non-existent. Okay, cool. So without that faction, we can proceed nicely. We can get this monastery upgraded done. I just want to keep our cash spent down as much as possible at this moment. That is our primary goal. We can negotiate an alliance with our half-brother here. We may as well. Just keep him out of trouble, right? Apparently there was a disillusion faction made against us. I wish them luck. They're gonna need it. That's not gonna go well. So how far away are we from bailiffs? 16 years? That's a while. And actually, that's pretty good. Just a flat minus 15% men-at-arms maintenance? I hadn't looked at our regional tech there. Yeah, we've got war camels here. We've got Gilman here. And then I don't know if we have any regional techs available in the High Medieval era. It's a little hard to see, but I don't think so. We're not present in Italia, Netherlands, and Deccan India. So yeah, we're going to get this for men-at-arms maintenance reduction, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. Bailiffs is 16 years out. Armillary Sphere is 5 years. That doesn't really matter, but the important thing there is that's going to be focused onto something else, like coinage, royal prerogative. Both of those are very good to go for. Horseshoes, arched saddle, mangonels, burrs, all of those are excellent, and we do want them sooner rather than later. Hereditary rule, less so, but I mean, maybe going to partition instead of Confederate partition? Who knows? I don't know. It's usually not that big of a deal. So we've got 266 gold right now. Actually, this guy's bringing in an additional 50. I love it. We're going to immediately begin working on upgrading this cattle pasture. Anytime we have the cash to upgrade anything, we do it. That's the goal right now. We just need to get these upgrades rolling in. And that's going to give us sizable increases to our income. Now, we're on 2 levels of stress right now, and that is painful. We already got avaricious, so next up we're going to go for, like, cutting cornerstones, I think. We definitely want to continue construction for the time being. No doubt about that. So Weavers constructed in Mecca, always great. And now we can grab cutting cornerstones to drop our construction cost by 5%. Seems good. That'll mean that we get our constructions done, well, 5% faster. So I'm very pleased about that. I wish we could upgrade the Great Mosque of Mecca. That would be neat, but I mean, that would be really broken, I think. We're going to upgrade our Weavers here since we can do that. We can also get a Dynasty Legacy here. Control growth of plus 0.2 per month is not bad. So that seems good. That's only in our Dynasty, of course, and we're at 100% control right now, so that doesn't help us at this immediate moment, but eventually it will. So, how long until we can sell trivial titles and extort subjects? Next year. Not too bad. Inter-service rivalry, huh? So, military favoritism would boost up our heavy infantry damage and toughness. We only have 1 unit of light horsemen. We have 3 units of heavy infantry. We're going to favorite the heavy infantry here. Definitely. Now, this is only 1 out of 10. Is that because we're lacking a level in our accolade? Yes, the Silver Hand is level 2. And he's not very close to level 3. He gains experience from Grand Tournament attendance. Yes, he should definitely be doing that. We don't have a successor that we can put in, although we could seek a worthy successor. It already has potential successors, but this guy doesn't serve as a knight. So we have to go back over here and find Hassan? Is that what this is saying? And force him to be a knight? He's also 60. I don't know about that. He's very old. It's very strange that we can't force him from here, right? I feel like we should be able to. So, they need to serve as a knight, and they need to be less or equal to a barony rank. They need to have a prowess of 8 or above, and they need to have one of these traits. And their culture needs to have one of these. Okay. Sure. Well, that's all well and good. Yeah, those do need worthy successors in theory. We can get this 50 gold from our kinsman, and we will definitely do so. We'll upgrade this quarry. Looks great. Any other upgrades that we can do? Well, we've only got 189 gold right now, so we may need to wait on that for the moment. Sure, we'll pay the royal court a visit. What do we have going on here? A fornicator? We'll let the wonderful poetry echo through the halls. It's allowed to continue. We'll gain 14 court grandeur out of it. Not that we'll keep that around, necessarily. I don't really want any of this. Okay. What are we at for court grandeur? Actually, we're not that far below our required court grandeur level. Interesting. So this is going to be very, very cheap, right? Total amount of 331 per month. That puts us up to level 6 court grandeur. We'll do that for the moment. And that'll keep us above our expected court grandeur level. We have the cash to do that for sure. So that looks good. Do we have other upgrades that we can do? What about in this city? Yes, quarries. Beautiful. We're trying to get all of these upgrades done before bailiffs finish up. That is the goal here. We're not going to hold court. No, we're not going to hold court. Get out of here. We should be able to sell trivial titles, like, right now. Nose for profit, huh? Well, let's move on. I don't want to spend gold. Drop the writs of honor, and let's see what we get. This guy's being a jerk. Okay. Respected by peers. Do we care about this guy's opinion? He does report directly to us, and he's reasonably strong. Okay, sure. That's fine. So we're going to hop up over this way. We'll upgrade this monastery. I'd love to upgrade one of these. They're kind of expensive to go to level 4, though. So instead, we'll get this quarry going. That looks good. And even with our increased expenditure, we're up to 64 gold per month. That's really not bad. Really not bad at all. Oh, there's an upgrade that we can do down over here. Ooh, a weak hook. Cool. So we're going to immediately redeem that hook. There we go. This one, is she actually making money? 0.1 per month? We'll just take the 1 gold. That's fine. Beautiful. We can now extort subjects. Now, where are my loyal subjects? Don't worry. We'll have everyone pay. So that's all good. We're going to get this trade port upgrading. We're going to get this guild upgrading. And there's that gold gone. I like it. Cradled by sickness indeed. So we're going to continue to get these upgrades done. We're approaching getting things capped out. We're by no means there, and we're not all that close either. We're going to decline this invite to this grand wedding. If it was a grand tournament, maybe. We're not going to throw a grand tournament because we have better uses for our cash right now. Once we get these upgraded, we can think about starting to throw grand tournaments to level up our knights, which would not necessarily be a bad thing. Of course, we're also going to need to bump up the size of our pikemen and our Mubarazun. So that's all a thing. We can probably get an upgrade going here if we have anything that's not currently building. This castle is just expensive? Okay. We'll definitely get that going. We can't upgrade graziers yet because of the lack of burrs, but we can certainly upgrade cattle pastures. And so we shall. Beautiful. A knight became an aspiring blade master. If we go into our knights here, do we have actual successors yet? I mean, we could put this guy in. Only mildly awkward. Cool. We just inherited this and 2 other titles. So these 3 titles. Obviously, we don't want to hold this ourselves. We also got an eggshell, quote-unquote, gem. Exciting. A mysterious lamp, a wild boar hide, a prize ring, a brooch, or rather a brooch, penury in emerald. Okay, cool. We're going to grant all of these out, so we're going to grant you to a noble of the Bedouin culture. We always want to grant to a Bedouin culture because they will help us work on converting the culture up here, which we're working on down over this way. It's going to take a while, but that's looking good. We have 349 gold. There is a chance that we might be able to get another upgrade going. Not here, that's too expensive. I guess we could upgrade this hill for it. Sure, why not? Hey, I just saw this upgrade start automatically. I like it. So our vassal there spent the money to get that going. That's great. Very pleased about that. That is money that we do not need to spend. Our income has dropped a little bit. Possibly just due to fluctuations of noble opinions of us. This guy's going to bring in 95 gold, though. So I absolutely love that. This is also farming us a lot of renown, by the way. So how much do we need for our next legacy? 3750? Okay, we're making good progress through our legacies. Like, really good progress. I wonder if they increased the amount of legacy gains that you get, because previously... And yeah, we're going to lose the stress level, which is not going to help our income. But previously, and I mean, I did a lot of disinheritance to make sure that our successions were more steady. But previously, it would have been a bit of a challenge to get like 2.5 full lines of legacy throughout the course of the game. So I guess we'll see. We have a daughter. That's fine. And we could demand a payment from this kinsman, which we absolutely will do. Hello. A feast. It's not very far away. Let's do it. There's a medium chance of danger in one location. Okay. I think we'll probably be fine. I don't want to spend money on it. So off we go. Cool. We're headed off to the feast here, and once we arrive, all good. No danger there. We're going to gain some prestige. Our goal here is currently set to recreation, and I think that's acceptable. I don't want to be down below stress level 1, ideally, but we'll see. We can definitely get this quarry going. How long on Armillary Sphere? 12 months. I'm hoping that it targets Royal Prerogative next. Royal Prerogative would be ideal, or Burrs. Either of those would be good. So we'll see which one it goes for. A warm welcome. Cool. We do get a Stewardship Lifestyle perk. We'll take, I think... We're not working on collecting taxes. We're working on conversions. Let's grab Professional Workforce for the time being. What is this faction? A Liberty faction? It's the Sultan of Egypt who's the primary issue here. And this guy we absolutely should have an alliance with. Period. End of story. We should have an alliance. And there's no way around it. So we're going to do this. Cool. No problem there. 120 stress. No thank you. We'll lose 18 stress. That's much better. We don't want to go down below 160, or, well, below 100 stress. We have 65 headroom here, so hopefully that'll be fine. Scholarly confidence, huh? What do we get out of that? That is apparently very difficult to get to. I guess we'll start out over here so that we don't mouse over the book icon. Interesting. Stress gain increase. Ah, the Ferris of the North Star or the Silver Hand gaining 50 glory. We want this to go to the Silver Hand. This is a guy that would boost up the max size of our infantry regiments, so that's the one that we want. Cool. I don't think that actually comes even close to leveling him up. Glory 300, Glory 600, so there's a 300 glory gap here, and he's currently at 439. So he definitely needs to work on that, no doubt about that one. No, please, do go on. A toast to... nothing, really. We don't really care about either of those options. And we're going to depart. We'll not lose stress because we're shy, so that's actually convenient. And off we go. We're headed home. Hopefully this is just as uneventful as heading there, and I think it will be. We're not interested in this wise one. I maybe should have checked his stats, but we're not interested. So we have 289 gold right now. And we gained 600 martial lifestyle experience by visiting the capital of the Arabian Empire. Our primary title, our capital, by going home. By visiting the prophetic mosque that we hold in Mecca. Okay, that is interesting. Visiting our own holdings giving us that. It feels a bit strange, but whatever. We could hold court. We're not going to. We could hold a grand tournament. I would actually love to do that, but right now, the gold is much more useful elsewhere. We want to continue to upgrade these. What is going on over here? The Yemeni claim on the Sheikhdom of Bisha. We don't want Yemen to hold this. Stop the vassal war. We'll see what he asks for in return. He'll see it through to the end. He's refusing. So does that mean that we can join here? I feel like we should be able to now. But I don't think that we can. Pretty sure that we can't actually do anything else there. We recently asked him to stop the war. What happens if we simply revoke this title? It's contested in a war, so they did foresee that. What else would we want to do here? What if we imprison him? He declines. That incites the Liberty faction to revolt. Which isn't a big deal. That puts us at war with him. Which means that we should be hostile to this army. If we succeed this 4% chance roll, then we just revoke the title from him. Yes. This seems fine. I don't want this rally point. Get rid of that. Honestly, I don't think there's much of a point to having multiple rally points. I find it easier to just move the one rally point around. But we'll raise up our men-at-arms here. He's going to decline. War is declared, and a bunch more people join than were actually in the Liberty faction. But we're just going to walk straight on in here. We should probably raise all of our forces at this point. We're going to need a new marshal. We're going to need a new steward. There we go. And we instantly lose the Siege of Zabid. Down over here. Awkward. Okay, so we've got these levy troops. I'm going to bring these 2k in, and we're going to split off our onagers here. The rest of these guys are going to stay here until our levy troops arrive. Now they're going to move up over this way. So we see these guys gathering up over here. Oh, we got the prolific achievement. Have 100 living dynasty members. Okay, cool. And somebody left this war. That's fine. Now we need to defend Medina, right? But actually, we need to stay over here. The real question right now is, where is this war leader at? He is in his capital. Cool. So we definitely want to proceed here. We need a siege commander. That would help. Who do we want to put in? This guy. There we go. Now, we deliberately sparked this civil war. No doubt about that. But technically, we have an emirate up over here? We have an emirate up over here that we're not supposed to have. This guy is currently in rebellion. Syria joined it as well. Okay. We definitely do want... Oh, Egypt joined it? Even though we were allied with them. That's kind of crazy. We definitely do want to call in these allies. This is technically a defensive war, so this is completely free. So we'll do that. No problem. And our allies will join, and they're actually quite powerful allies. We have a 19,000 ally, which is actually more powerful than we are right now. So this guy here is 14,000. Okay, noted. I think the Byzantines are currently the most powerful. We were before this civil war, but this guy is, I think, either second or third most powerful, probably. Interesting. So these guys are just sieging up over here for the time being. Let's see what happens taking this. Okay, we're at 14%. Does this guy hold any titles other than this? No. So that is full occupation of him. Let's head up over this direction and group our forces together. I want to go this direction and start looking at defending our territory up here. Ticking is on our side. We're going to need to allow our allies to come in. There's some of them up over here. Our other allies are up this direction. It looks like they're currently slightly busy, but that's fine. We're not going to hire any mercs or anything. I'm pretty sure we've got this. So we're just making our way northward here. And they've got about 35,000 troops up here. So we're going to have to be careful. Indeed. This is definitely more troops than was anticipated, but that's fine. We're going to walk up over this way, and the question now is, once this siege finishes, where are they going to go? These guys are a ways away. We would not be considered the defender here. We would be considered the attacker. This would be great for us if we could guarantee that these guys and these guys would not join. We have no such guarantee. Yeah, they're grouping together up here, so we need to back off towards our capital. We have allied forces coming in now. Okay. So they're coming in here. We have a lot of benefits, but they have huge, huge, huge numbers. What can we do about this? We can drop a rally point here, but we have no unraised soldiers available. We can call in holy orders, actually. So we're going to call in this one. Look at all those cataphracts. Actually, we should go for this one. It's cheaper and has more troops. But we're not at war with someone of a hostile faith. Right. So we actually can't use those. We could use mercs. Those are expensive. But we have very powerful defenses here. Well, reasonably powerful defenses here. We're in desert mountains. If we're going to win this battle, it will be here. We have huge bonuses on our men-at-arms. We have allies on the way in. This is a poor sign here, though, that these guys decided to head this direction. In 20 days, we could get out. And that might be the best bet, to buy time for some of these guys to come in. And these guys may end up spreading out as well. So we're going to head out here. And they're now looking to attack us here in 18 days. We can come this direction, or we can defend in these desert mountains. They are a bit spread out. This is not ideal. If we go here, we might be in serious danger. So the idea would be that we come here, then here. We change out our army commander. Do we have anybody that would accelerate our movement speed right now? That would be a very handy thing to have. No. It's a fairly rare trait. We don't have that at all. So this current guy is an unyielding defender. He's also a desert warrior. Advantage in desert mountains is up pretty high. I think we're going to have to fight them here. Now, it's going to take them some time for these guys to move over, but that's going to be That's not a problem for them. We're going to have to fight them here. We may have to retreat from this. Yeah, we're going to have to retreat from it just due to sheer force of numbers. But it took them long enough for their forces to get here that we actually can. We can retreat right now, and so we shall. Oh, that's a really weird way to retreat. That is not the way that it was ordered to go, but that's fine. Apparently our wife died, and that was our important wife. That's unfortunate. We'll have to marry this wife here. Any moment now. Okay, she must have gotten married to someone else in the meantime. So we'll make this one be our primary spouse. There we go. That bumps us back up to 8 of 8. We're watching these guys run around over here and kill some of our allies. For the time being, I'm okay with this. We didn't lose too many forces here. Ticking is on our side. Now, we can white piece this. If we want to. I don't want to pay that cash. We're going to walk around this direction. And they're sieging down in Mecca. We do see additional forces sailing in. So this is starting to look reasonable at this moment. We're going to head down over here. With our allies coming in. And we're going to let these guys be spread out the way that they are. Wait, the war was just invalidated. Okay, that's actually very convenient. I'm not sure why. Ah. This guy just inherited. This guy died due to his inherent weakness. Okay, well that's very convenient indeed. I like it. So at this point, we still have the problem of this guy fighting his vassal war. Unfortunately. But at least the war is over. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, and Lohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kintogan, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.